On the edge of a small, sleepy town nestled between towering mountains, there was a legend that had been whispered among the children for generations. The story spoke of a lantern that could light the way even in the darkest storm. They called it the Hope Lantern. It was said to appear to those who were on the doubting themselves, to those who felt as if their world had fallen apart. But it came with a warning. Only the brave could find it. Only those who dared to believe in themselves could reach it. Ember Parker, a 17-year-old girl with beautiful curly hair and an even fiercer spirit, was not feeling herself lately. She had always been the good girl in school, on time, hardworking, and always striving for perfection. But lately things felt different. Her grades were slipping, her friendships were unraveling, and the weight of the world seemed to be pushing her down. The final straw came when she failed her history exam, the one she'd studied for endlessly. Her classmates laughed, her teacher looked disappointed, and Ember just wanted to give up on school. It wasn't just the exam, it was everything. The pressure, the expectations, the stress. Little did she realize they were not true. She felt like she was drowning in a sea of expectations that weren't even her own, rather stemmed from self-doubt. That night, after she went to her room to sleep, she stared at the stormy sky through her window. A few minutes later, she heard it. A knock at the door. When she opened it, there was no one there, just the howling wind and a faint glow in the distance, deep in the forest that bordered the town. Curious but hesitant, Ember grabbed her jacket and stepped out into the night, the cold biting at her skin. The glow seemed to beckon her, pulsing like a heartbeat. It wasn't just any light, it was alive. She followed it. Through the woods, past the overgrown paths and under the shadows of ancient trees, Ember pushed forward. Her mind raced with questions. What was that light? Was it real? As she trudged deeper into the forest, the storm intensified. The wind howled, and the rain began to pour in torrents, making it nearly impossible to see. But the glow never wavered. It was steady, guiding her like a lighthouse in the chaos. Soon, she reached a clearing. In the center, resting on a stone pedestal, was a lantern, old but glowing with a brilliant, almost otherworldly light. The lantern was beautiful, its golden frame intricately carved with symbols she didn't recognize. But then, she saw something that made her heart race. A figure, cloaked in shadows, stood near the lantern. Its face was hidden, but Ember could feel its presence, like an energy she couldn't explain. You've come to find the lantern, but are you ready to wield its power? The wind howled again, and a sudden wave of doubt washed over her. Could she really do this? Could she really change her fate? Ember whispered, "I'm not ready. I'm not brave enough." The figure stepped forward, and suddenly the lantern flared brighter, casting long shadows in every direction. The figure extended its hand, and in that moment, Ember saw the lantern's light transform into something more. A surge of warmth, like a promise. Ember. Hope is not something that is given to you. It is something that you carry within, waiting to be ignited. You are smarter, stronger, and brighter than you think. Ember took a deep breath, her heart racing. She stepped forward and grasped the lantern. The moment she did, a powerful rush of energy surged through her, and everything around her seemed to pause. The storm, the wind, the doubt, the fear. The figure vanished, leaving Ember standing alone in the clearing with the glowing lantern in her hands. But the light wasn't just in the lantern, it was inside her. A warmth spread through her chest, and she felt a strength she hadn't known she possessed. The rain stopped, and the sky cleared as if the storm had never been there. Ember took the lantern and walked back to town, her steps lighter. The next day, she stood in front of her class, no longer afraid to fail, no longer consumed by what others thought. She knew she didn't need perfection. She just needed to believe in herself, and that was enough. And from that day forward, whenever things felt heavy or uncertain, Ember would look to the sky and remember the lantern that had guided her out of the storm. Because she knew that hope wasn't some distant dream. It was within her all along. Hope is the quiet thought we cling to, even when the world feels too heavy. It's the smile shared between strangers, a promise that things can get better. It's that deeper knowing that God has our back. Hope is the tired hand that keeps reaching, even when the road feels endless. It's the warmth in a word, a touch, that tells us we're not alone. It's the belief that all is well. It's in the breath we take when we're unsure, the moment before we let go of fear, a little spark that fights against the dark, a soft reminder that we're still here. Our divine purpose is unfolding clear. Hope doesn't ask for perfection, just that we keep showing up. Even when the days feel long and hard, it's the quiet strength that keeps us moving forward.